We're obviously in a coronavirus pandemic, but right now in the Premier League, there's a pendenemic. I think he was our best player. I would have given him like a 7 out of 10 for the cameo that he's done. But everybody else, straight 4s out of 10. Willian, and I've been saying it, he's a Trojan horse. I don't understand why we signed Willian. He is just not good enough. You're looking at them and you think, what are El Neni and Xhaka going to do against Wijnaldum, Fabinho, and who else was there? Keita. Welcome back to the 3 Point Show. It's your boy Mike 3P, and today is not really a great day, but because we lost to Liverpool, but it was expected. But before we get into this video, do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Now, getting into this game, obviously the lineup's come an hour before the game, and I was thinking, I wanted to see Gabriel play, but at the same time, does he have the experience playing against the front three of Salah, Mane, and Firmino? So then when I saw the lineup, I was thinking, okay, Maitland-Niles is playing, which I quite like him in big games. To be honest, I'd probably have him as my starting right back. But obviously, he started playing left wing back. Kieran Tierney was fit back in the side. David Luiz, Rob Holding, and Bellerin was at the back five. For me, you're looking at players that are just not good enough. David Luiz and Robert Holding are just not, and Bellerin are just not good enough. You're looking at Bellerin, he's been here over I'm going to say 8 years, 9 years, and he hasn't developed. In fact, he's even gone worse, because I remember when he had a bit of pace before. Now he just doesn't have nothing. And to be honest, it's sad to see. You're looking at Rob Holding. Is it because he's our best right-sided centre-back? Because I don't understand why he starts game in, game out. He's just not good enough. Honestly, these are players that are just not good enough. For me, and then obviously our midfield was Xhaka and El Neni, who I know what it was for, was to be pragmatic, it was to be to provide a defensive presence against Liverpool. Because Liverpool are a great side, probably one of the best teams definitely the best team in the country for me, and one of the best teams in the world. But you're looking at them and you think, what are El Neni and Xhaka going to do against Wijnaldum, Fabinho, and who else was there? Keita. Keita was having his way. He looked like RB Leipzig Keita. He was just doing whatever he wanted. Flicks, tricks, passes into breaking the lines. He was doing whatever he wanted. And obviously the front three, you had another midfielder and Firmino, but then you had the wingers, Mane and Salah. Mane, for me, is quite comfortably one of the best wingers in the world, if not the top 2, top 3, and that says a lot. You know what I mean? Because he can just do whatever he wants. I think he should have got a red, but maybe it's because I'm Arsenal fan. But he should have got a red for what he did. He quite comfortably went in to Kieran Tierney's head with his elbow. I don't understand if that was in my opinion, if that was any other player, they would have got a red, or if it was for any other team, they would have got a red. But for some reason, Liverpool just they just get their way. But yeah, I'm going to go into the game. Arsenal got battered from pillar to post. You're looking at comparison, 21 shots of theirs to 4 of ours. 8 of theirs on target to 3 of ours, which is quite good. They had over double the amount of passes. You know what I mean? Liverpool, and one really great thing is about Liverpool, before I go into Arsenal, one really good thing about Liverpool is their strength and depth. You're looking at a team that didn't start Thiago, didn't start Jordan Henderson. Obviously, he was injured. These 2 players are injured. Or didn't even start, what's his name? Diogo Jota. We're bringing on the likes of Pepe. We're bringing on the likes of Nketiah. It's just not good enough. Honestly, it's honestly not good enough. When you look at the names compared, it's a shit show, to be honest. I look at Arsenal's game plan, and from the whole game until Ceballos came on, we didn't look like we were going to create anything going forward. Which says a lot, because if you have Xhaka and Neni and they're not doing much defensively, you might as well just go home, because you're going to lose the game regardless. So Ceballos came on, he's put a good through ball into Xhaka. He was linking up play. I think he played quite amazing, to be honest. I think he was our best player. I would have given him like a 7 out of 10 for the cameo that he's done. But everybody else, straight 4s out of 10. Willian, and I've been saying it, he's a Trojan horse. I don't understand why we signed Willian. He is just not good enough. You're looking at Lacazette had big chances, and this striker's job is to finish. And if you're not finishing the ball, sorry, what are you there for? Because Lacazette, he had a big chance. I mean, you did score our first goal and only goal of the game. But if you be honest, that was a defensive mistake by Tierney, a real bad one, and that was in your palm. It like was an empty net for you, pretty much just hit it over Alisson. And then I'm going around to Aubameyang. He didn't do nothing. Aubameyang in 90 minutes made 8 passes the whole game, 0 dribbles in 90 minutes. You're looking at. It's honestly, it's just not. Aubameyang, you need to do more. Sometimes you need to impact the game. Like I'm critical of Salah. I don't think Salah impacts the game if he's not scoring. But Aubameyang, you need to do more. I can't have the energy for one team and not the other. Aubameyang, you need to do more, especially in these games. I'm not saying you're going to score in every game. I know you're playing out of position, as many people say, but for me, you got to do more than what's happened. You're looking at Leno. He's making a bad save. My friend told me that Martinez is a better keeper, and I couldn't even text him back. I couldn't even text him back, and that's just how bad it is. Looking at Leno, who had the shot? Salah banged the shot straight into Leno, and he just palms it into Mane's path. What? We're meant to be... Actually, no, we're not meant to... First things first, for all you... I want to deluded Arsenal fans out there that think we're going to title challenge just because you see other teams not doing that well. No, you have to focus on your own team. Really and truly, it's more of the same. Arteta needs to be backed. Yeah, we brought a new side. We're in form. Even Klopp said we're in form. But this team, look at it. We can't win the league. If you think we're going to win the league with Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Willian up front, you're sadly mistaken. And I'm probably one of the most biased Arsenal fans out there. It's just not happening. You look at Liverpool and their strength of depth, their ability to win games and come from behind to win games, the ability to compete in different competitions. Arsenal just don't have that. Our starting 11 is just not good enough. I'd probably say only Aubameyang. Maybe Gabriel can get into Liverpool's team. And we're looking at, what, out of 11 players, only 2, maybe. We're talking 1 certified. That's it. That says a lot about Arsenal. Yeah, so I just feel like in that game, I was underwhelmed. I think we played Liverpool again on Thursday in the Carabao Cup. I wouldn't be surprised if we win that one. But for me, that's not a statement. When Liverpool, look, make no mistakes about it. I thought we were gonna lose this game. And no matter what I tweeted and whatnot, I thought we were going to lose this game. But sometimes it's about the way you lose, and this one was just not it. But yeah, that's my opinion. I just think Arsenal need to step up. You know, I mean, I think we need to be backed. You can see clearly we needed a midfield presence against against Liverpool's side. I think if we sign a Warren Party, I don't think we're going to sign both of them, but if we did sign both of them, I think then we can be having a word. We'll go back into a back 4, 3 in midfield, and then 3 up front. And I think then we'd probably be making some noise. But until then, let's not get our hopes up. We got absolutely bashed. Yeah, but I need to talk about something else with all that's happened. We're obviously in a coronavirus pandemic, but right now in the Premier League, there's a PENdemic. This is what's happened. We've been 26 games in, and there's been 20 penalties. That's gone through 6 via handball. Look, I hate Tottenham as much as the next Arsenal fan, but that Dyer penalty, his back was to play, and I think it was Andy Carroll hits the ball against his hand. I don't think it was intentional, but he hit his ball against his hand. You turn your back to play. Now what I need to ask you is, how are you meant to defend? Because I saw the one against Crystal Palace. I believe it was Ward. I think it's Ward. His hands were down. He's squatting in position. Ball hits his hand. Penalty. You're looking at the Andy Carroll one. Dyer's back is to play. Penalty. And the reason why I'm not going to I'm not like one of these other Arsenal fans that can laugh and joke, haha, it's Tottenham, because our time's coming. Just you wait until it's Adama Traore that's whipping in the cross and Kolasinac, it hits Kolasinac's hand. You know what I mean? This, everyone keeps saying is, oh, it's to make the game easier for the referees. Well, hang on now. Why are we making the game easier for referees? You have to have common sense. You know what I mean? You have to, if somebody's ball is, if somebody has their back to play, how the hell are they meant to avoid? Are they meant to tuck in their arms into their sleeves now? How are you meant to do it? Because now what you're going to see is you're going to see a real pandemic, not PENdemic, a pandemic of players trying to whack the ball onto the defender's arms. Because you're saying if it's not in an unnatural position, you turn around. Eric Dyer turns around and the ball hits his hand. It's a bit, you know what I mean? It's like, what can you do here? It's just, for me, I just feel like it needs to be sorted out real quick. Even Steve Bruce, I believe it is, from Newcastle, even he said he benefited from the penalty, and he said, no, it's not good enough. Because what happens is it's going to happen against your team, whether you like it or not. And until it gets sorted out, it's ridiculous. Some teams have benefited already. Man United, most notably, I don't know how they got a penalty after the final whistle has been blown. But once again, Man United doing what Man United do. You're looking around, I think it's just, I feel like something needs to change. What else happened this weekend? Jamie Vardy, I'm not going to call him the nickname that people call him, but Jamie Vardy, was it 2 goals, 2 or 3 goals, I think it was. They absolutely battered City. I think he surpassed Drogba in goals, in my opinion. I think this weekend he surpassed Drogba in goals. That's going to be a real conversation soon. Look, if people are going to say, oh yeah, but look what Drogba's won. Yeah. But as an individual player, the Drogba and Vardy comparison will have to come through. And make no mistake about it, I'm not saying Drogba. That doesn't mean Drogba is a bad player, because Drogba terrorised my team enough times. Everyone knows that. But that conversation is going to have to be had. What else happened this weekend? Oh, and for me, the team of the weekend, for me, was Everton. Everton are probably the only team that, obviously they haven't had a big test yet, but Everton are probably the only team that look like rare. They know what they're doing. James Rodriguez has come into the side and has made Dominic Calvert-Lewin look like Crespo. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is leading the league in goals with 5. I think he finished with like 14 last season, or 14 or 13 last season. So he's already on his way there. James Rodriguez, Sigurdsson, Richarlison, all of these players are looking like they've stepped up. And that's, for me, the 2 people that are most responsible for that is Rodriguez and Carlo Ancelotti. Make no mistake, I understand Alan's impact. Real good defensive midfielder what they've been lacking for a while. I think they had that Bamin Gay, whatever his name is, the DM that came from the academy. But to be honest, he looked like he plays for DMU Uni. So he's just not, obviously, he probably had to take his time, maybe go to a lower league and get a loan. But Alan, a midfield of Alan, Gylfi Sigurdsson, Jay Rodriguez plays on the wing, Decore. I mean, it's a great team, to be fair. And it's going to be interesting what they do going forward. Chelsea versus West Brom. You know what's funny I find about Chelsea fans? Chelsea fans always talk about Arsenal, Pepe's price tag. Well, hang on. We've played, 3 games now? And Kai Havertz, Team Werner, have been stinking up the joint. Kai Havertz scored a hat-trick against Barnsley and then had a ghost show against West Brom. Thiago Silva, from what I was told, was meant to shore up the defence. And he's ended up giving away a goal, pretty much. I understand that mistakes happen, but and you also got to realise that at PSG he played right side of the centre back a lot, especially in his last season when Kimpembe was there. So he might, and for his goal he got his legs mixed up. But for me, I think you have to look at Frank Lampard. I think the jig is up. You can't spend 250 million and we're now acting like you're a rookie manager or whatever. No, you finished 4th last season. You need to start pushing on. You made Callum Robinson look like Ronaldo. He scored 2, one with his left foot, one with his right foot on the weekend. What happens if you play Mo Salah? What happens when you play Mane? Frank his selection is just, it baffles me. What does Fikayo Tomori have to do to get a game? You know what I mean? What does Alonso, mate, you getting burnt by Shemi Ajayi, who is a centre-back, a 6'2", 6'3" centre-back. You getting outpaced and you're a left-back. You ought to be ashamed, mate. For me, that was, I don't know what else happened this weekend that's sort of notable. I think West Ham won, you know what I mean? A few games, well, West Ham won like 3-0. Yeah, but for me, overall, it's been a decent weekend, but I just want to see what happens next weekend. Is there going to be another pen? Arsenal going to concede 3 goals again? Are Man United going to win another penalty? Find out more on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. No, I'm joking, but find out. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit that notification button so you know when the latest video drops. It's your boy Mike from a 3 Point Show. We're out.